Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to All India Radio Houston. I am Dr. Nik Nikam, your host, and we are going to be talking about Ashirwad Blessing School and also their upcoming Vedic fair. My special guest is Sri Raula, and he's going to be joined by his wife on the phone, I assume.
Hopefully, she is very, very busy right now, swamped. So I'm just doing the supporting job for Geeta ji right now.
So you're just going to be just pinch hitting for Geeta
Yes,
ji.
yes, I have to.
Okay, welcome to All India Radio Houston, and let's start with the Ashirwad Blessing School, and then we'll go into the Vedic fair.
Okay, good morning, Mr.
Yes.
Dr. Srinivas Nikam. I finally found what Nick was hiding.
I know.
So it is Srinivas.
Srinivas,
And,
yes.
and you never gave me a chance to say, because I believe you
Now
say
you said it.
Srinivas,
Yes.
you're blessed.
I enjoyed
Yes.
it. When I
Yes.
was in Mysore, that's what people call me. Actually, there were 3 Srinivasas in our school, in a class.
Oh.
So they had different post texts.
Okay. So you ended up with Nick there.
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to invite all your listeners to Vedic Fair on March 14th
Yes.
at 3:30 to 9 p.m. at 7 Lakes High School, KT.
Yes.
This is our 4th chapter.
Yeah.
Very exciting. And to start with Ashirwad. Ashirwad was founded by Geeta ji, blessed by a guru. The main objective
your
is
boss.
to impart, to every day, every minute she remembers him. So the main objective is to impart our values in a scriptural form, in sloka form, anything that is very savvy for the generation here.
Yeah.
That's very important, because we can go on talking about India. Just now Mr. Sai also spoke. To connect with the kids here, we need to really understand they're American kids.
Yeah.
They're Indo-American kids, but more American kids, because everything they do is like America. So that's what it was founded. It's been now 10 exciting years. And then we have started the Vedic Fair 4 years back, just to get connected the children who are learning with the community, so that, all that circle is complete. So, and then we encourage our kids to participate, go on stage in different age groups. 4 to 6 go as Vedic walk on stage, they wear a nice costume, show off their costume, because that's what they enjoy doing at that age. And then anybody who's 7 years and up, we encourage them to present a topic on India. Then this is the heart of Vedic Fair. And everything we do around it is for our children to really connect, and also local community to connect with India.
So this is more like introducing the children to the Indian culture, heritage, and some spirituality, all this.
Yes,
It's not
everything about India, not only religion, heritage-wise, the tone sometimes is because the values come from there, but it is just asking them to know India. It's so vast. And I've learned, being a student at Ashirwad, I always like to say I'm a sevak. And so much, which I didn't learn being in India or being here. So much is lost without saying,
Absolutely.
Whatever you present is what people think India is all about.
Yeah.
And that's why I love you, Mr. Nick. So,
Thank
you
you.
get all these guys, try to talk about, no, it's a finer details. It's very important. So we really appreciate you of all the work you do.
It's important for children to experience what our roots are.
Yes.
I mean,
deeper, a little deeper. Yes. And then from there, the hope is they will pursue something they like.
Yeah.
Some might like India education, some might like politics, some might like religion, some might like just the values.
Yeah.
Because the whole scenario is so vast. And I was devastated when I first walked into it and saw, oh my God, what Geeta ji is doing. Because till then I was thinking my wife was doing as an hobby, she loves, but it's vast and huge.
See, you are filling a very important aspect of human life.
Yes.
Because if you study Ramayana or Mahabharata and all these things, they talk about your materialistic life, your spiritual life, and your social life, and all these things. So you are really filling in some of these elements which are not in science and math classes. They are good for our intellect, and they are good for making money and driving fancy cars. But spiritually, for the soul and the mind, this is what you're doing.
You just took off all the words from my mind, because that is the whole point.
Yes.
See, all these scriptures are deemed as religious, but as you dwell oh my God, they are everything in one little book.
Yeah.
You know, you have to look at it that way. That's all. That's what the hat I wore when I walked into, because I love God. You know, you can pray to Him, whatever, you know, your time permits. And every now and then I keep hearing, I don't have time to pray a lot. That's okay. You know, whatever time gets you, in the car, in the home, you know, you take your shower and come out. But what is missing is, the scriptures are just projected as religious. They are not.
No, they help us to nurture and enrich our soul and mind, because unless we address ourselves as a whole human being, material life is not going to take us too far.
Yes, that's why, you know, later you keep hearing the middle age crisis, you know, all that stuff, you know, because I feel today, you know, if we would have dwelled a lot when I was educated in these things, I would have the tools to not go through a crisis later on. I feel we should have started early. That's what we are trying to give in Ashirwad, and we appreciate any kind of curriculum which is doing it, because that's what they're trying to do, is like give those tools to kids. And parents, sometimes it's very hard to measure. There's a big time when the child will not do anything. For example, me, I never did anything in between. Till I met Geeta ji, again, all those things, values that came out, and then I started dwelling it. What I'm trying to say is, trust it. It's been told thousands of years back. Just wear a hat. Look at it the way you can. Doesn't matter. A doctor wants to look medically, it's fine. An educator wants to look as values or some value in it, it's fine. Don't stop yourself. But what comes out of it is amazing. Later, when your child gonna in a crisis, come out, here it's very important thing I keep talking to myself, is ethically, morally right.
That is
without impacting anything, without leading to a war. Even I'd like to touch base, little distract myself and touch base on even Krishna. Okay, Mahabharata is so much shown. Everybody thinks that's what he was. That's why, you know, Geeta ji is going to present Krishna the blue man. Very more human aspect of Krishna. He was never for war.
I know,
okay. In a larger picture, for the object he was here, he had to create a society that was good.
No, I think he tried everything possible to avoid it.
And that's not shown a lot. You know what I mean? All the pursuing he did, all the convincing, and he was in every place. When people said, you know, why don't you do it? He was there trying to convince somebody. He was there trying to tell, and he was preparing at the same time for the worst, because being a god, and he is known, you know, knower of all, right? So knowing that this is eventually inevitable, he was doing so many things. That's amazing for me. I cannot do as a human. And he was in human form. Even Lord Rama, you know, will not dwell. Amazing personalities. Even if you just look at them, it was possible they were here. It's amazing how their minds work, how their actions were working. And it's amazing the way they did and sacrificed their life. Even Krishna the other day was thinking, oh, all we know is God, and then he's going to come and he killed few people, and then he said a good thing, and later everybody were happy, unhappy, we all do. But at the same time, when Gandhari curses him, okay, he accepts it. He says, for the action I've done, this is the result. You know, she's going to curse him, say, you're going to die of all the people you love. People forget that part. All the people. And he sat, this history says that he sat on that peepal tree, and then he saw Dwaraka submerging into the sea right in front of his eyes. And he took all that. How gracious it is. You know what I mean to say? No complaints, nothing. Just do it. And it's amazing. You know what I'm saying?
It is absolutely, you know, this is something we think happened like 10,000 years or much larger than it. It's the same principle with Christianity, Quran, all these things. When they come here, you know, they teach us how to survive the challenges of life, and at the same time be prepared for the worst possible scenario. Because in the battlefield, Arjuna, he tells Arjuna, we tried everything, but you have to fight now, because that's your duty.
That's the part.
That's your duty.
That's the part. You're in the battlefield now. No more excuses, because you don't shoot, somebody else will shoot you. So there is no escape now. And I want to touch, because you really touch base on a very sensitive issue. Since Vedic Fair 1, we've been trying to educate all the religions. And this time we're going to have representation from Sikhism, Jainism, Buddhism, and Christianity and Islam. And then just, you know, see, for our kids, they don't know the difference. They don't know why we fight. They don't know what are the fundamentals that, you know, people are having. So they come there, it's an opportunity for them as well as us to embrace it. And tolerance is going to expand. It's just a beginning.
I have attended a couple of your fairs, and you have like 75 displays of the whole Indian history, Indian mythology, Indian spirituality, and all the diversity, which is India is probably the expert country when it comes to diversity.
Yes.
I mean,
and that is the still maintained as a Vedic fair objective.
Yeah.
That is the heart.
Yes.
And the remaining soul, what we revolve around it, how to connect with the community is all different. But India exhibit presentations, Dr. Srinivas Nikam, that is the main goal.
Yeah.
Because this is invaluable. It's amazing. The depth, and you always told me between you always try to separate from material world to the values we come from. We cannot find excuses to let it go.
That's right.
Please stick on to it, find time, and I also request all the parents. I see amazing drill they do on Saturday.
Yes.
That's fine, but spend some time at 4 years to 7 years. It's your time. Once 7 years, they're on their tools, no time for you, they're not going to listen to you, okay? Then it becomes more parenting. So you never know whether your parenting is working or not in excess in our word or it makes in life. But again, that is only materialistically. You will never know whether you can able to handle it personally on a moral level. Okay, the two separate things we know, because they need to actually, for me, need to be like Krishna. They need to be together.
That's right, yeah.
So that you really have a very peaceful, nice and pleasant end also, honestly.
See, then all parents need to take the role of Krishna.
Yes.
In the sense, you teach all the good things.
Yes.
And be prepared for all eventualities, and not only also prepare your children for all the eventualities and how to deal with challenges in life. Okay, let's give out the information so that people can come and then we can have them experience this.
Yeah, Vedic Fair, Dr. All India Radio listeners, we invite you all to Vedic Fair 4 happening on Saturday, March 14th, 2015 from 3:30 to 9 p.m. at Seven Lakes High School, 9251 South Fry Road, KT 77494. All the information you can find on our Facebook page Vedic Fair or our Facebook event Vedic Fair 2015. Also on our website ashirwadablessing.org. If you still are not satisfied, you can always call me at 281-995-0930. We have ample information, whichever suit. See, this communication channels are all for the people who are interested. So they can take anything that is convenient. And even we encourage texting also.
Ladies and gentlemen, my special guest has been Sri Rahula. It's been a pleasure talking to you. I mean, I can sit here and talk for hours.
I know, Dr. Nikam. Okay, thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to All India Radio Houston on 1090 AM. This is a talk show where we focus on one or two topics in depth on a variety of subjects. If you would like to hear on a particular topic, call us or send us an email and we will try to get experts to share their views and opinions. If you would like to be a guest on this program and share your views, please give us a call at 281-265-7567.